up, guys? So I want to welcome you to the first Monday beat drop. Now, for those of you who might be familiar, I actually used to do something similar to this in an email format, and it would come out every Friday, so I call it the Friday beat drop. But I'm switching it over to YouTube videos just because I like the longevity of it. I like kind of being able to see just a history of all the stuff that I've been into. And so getting into that, the Monday beat drop is really just, I don't know, anywhere from 2, 3, maybe 4 items sometimes every week, every Monday. Just like cool things that I think, or that I've been interested in or have been kind of taking up mind space for me that I think would be really cool to pass along to you guys. And so, whether that's articles, quotes, apps, different things like that. For me, honestly, it's more so just kind of cataloging and documenting all the things that I'm into from week to week. My interests kind of span all over the place, like I'm sure many of you guys do. And so this is kind of a way for me to show a little bit more of myself, a little bit more about the things that I'm into, and hopefully you guys can get to know me a little bit better. And also, I'll be able to get to know you guys a little bit better, because one of my favorite things that was happening with the emails is that I would send it out every Friday, 2, 3, 4 things that, kind of were, like I said, things that I was into that entire week. And then slowly and steadily, as I did it for like a year or so. And I think my favorite thing about it was the fact that people would email me back their 3 things from the week. So all of a sudden I was getting to learn a lot more about the people that were on the email list and just people who were interested in my music, things like that. So it was just a cool kind of two-way way to connect. So I think that can continue here on YouTube. For me, I'm trying to do more video stuff. So instead of doing these solo things with the AfterSound Experience podcast that I'm running, I'd rather just do these YouTube videos and go from there. And I'll leave the AfterSound Experience the podcast more for interviews and just kind of chats with friends, other musicians, artists, business people, whoever I come across with. So I'm still trying to build that catalog out of folks, but there will be more episodes of that coming. But in the meantime, I'm hoping every Monday I can stay consistent with this, just to give you guys a little taste of what I've been looking at and what I've been into over the past week. So let's get started. All right, so the first one is the M1 Finance app. Now, I have been obsessed with personal finance for the last couple of years. And it's just something that I think it's not taught in schools. And so you kind of have to educate yourself. Most people, we're taught to save, we're taught to invest, but we don't really, we're just told to save, actually, not really taught. And so I think that what M1 does, and again, M1 isn't the only app that I'm into or that I use, but I'm really liking it right now just because it allows you to kind of buy fractional shares. There's a lot of information in there. They really teach you can set up investment accounts, you can set up retirement accounts or just regular investment accounts. And so, I've been enjoying it, and I think that it's a great way for people to learn. Obviously, I have been doing it for a couple of years now, but even as somebody who's experienced, and I wouldn't say it like an expert by any means, but as somebody who enjoys personal finance and investing, I'm really enjoying the app. And I think even for folks who are just getting into it, I think it's a perfect starting place. So if you're interested, check it out. I actually have a referral link in the, what's that called? The description. There you go. And so if you're interested, check it out. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you guys use. I've used Robinhood. I'm big into Vanguard, but like I said, I think M1 is just really unique in how they kind of approach things, and you're able to create what they call pies. So as a foodie, I love pies, but they're like portfolios in a sense, where you can kind of create whatever stocks you want to put in there at whatever percentages and kind of quantities that you want. And then, it just reallocates for you as you go along. So you can learn more about it there. I just wanted to share that with you guys as something that I have been really enjoying. All right, so number 2, what I am watching. Right now, I'm about 6 episodes into The Witcher. And I know it's taken me forever to get to this show, but I'm really loving it. And it's, for me, one of the big things that I really wanted to check out was, why would Henry Cavill leave the Superman role, or, potentially leave the Superman role? Like, what was this show that would be doing it? Because I'm not, I had never played the games. I don't know much about the whole backstory and folklore of it, but it's really heavy into the fantasy side, which I think, this is kind of Netflix's play at the post Game of Thrones era. And I gotta say, it's not bad. You know, it's definitely, I find myself reading up on the episodes afterwards in the same way that I was doing with Game of Thrones, just because there's a lot of different characters. There's actually different timelines of things going on. So for me, just kind of keeping up with it has been not a challenge, but it's been fun because it's kind of cool to dive into a world that has different rules and different just ways that it works. And so I don't know, I'm excited. I hope that there's a season 2. I'm not sure if there has been one yet, or has been one announced yet, or if it's been renewed. And so, yeah, I'm excited. 2 episodes left, I believe. I think it's 8 episodes total. So got the finale coming up soon, and hopefully, yeah, no spoilers, guys. Don't let me know. Hopefully by the time you see this anyway, I would have finished the rest of it. So that is what I'm watching. And if you have watched it as well, let me know what you think. And if you're excited for a potential season 2. All right, and number 3, what I am reading, and that is The AI Revolution, The Road to Superintelligence. And this is an article by Tim Urban on the blog Wait But Why. And I love this blog. There's just, I mean, they just dive so deep into topics and across a whole wide range of things. I feel like it's just somebody who, I mean, it's a group of people who contribute regularly, but for me, I really enjoy it. I feel like they tackle all these kind of just weird, outside the box thinking, different things. And the AI article that they have, which is actually broken up into 2 parts. I should have a link to both of them down in the description below. It's actually really long, so you kind of got to dive in for a little bit. You got to commit to it. It's going to take you maybe, I don't know, it's almost like a short novel, but to me, it's fascinating. You know, I'm a big, I don't know if the word futurist is right, but I'm very optimistic about the future. I love technology. I love kind of where things are headed. I know people have their fears and things like that, but the world has been innovating for decades and centuries at this point. There's always something new, something that kind of elevates our species to the next level. Even within just the last 10 years or 12 years, 13 years since the iPhone came out, I mean, how much of that has changed? The fact that, you know, I'm recording this on my iPhone right now, and I'll be able to distribute it on the internet, and people all over the world will be able to see it. By the way, wherever you are in the world, let me know in the comments. Would love to get to know where all of the AfterSound listeners are at. But aside from that, like I said, to me, it's just really cool. And then getting back to what the article is about, artificial intelligence. This is a really hot topic in kind of the tech world today. Something that I've been kind of following along. I know that people are really scared about it. People are really excited about it. It's kind of in our lives already if you think about the fact that we have Siri or Google or Alexa. All right, she didn't wake up. So for Alexa, things like that. So to me, it was a really good deep dive into it. I'm gonna warn you and say that it's not like all rainbows and butterflies, if that's the term. You know, there's a lot that I think we need to think about in terms of you know, how this is going to affect our daily lives and how it's just going to be a part of what we do and who we are, and the potential kind of merging of us with technology, as you can kind of see. I mean, most people, myself included, I feel helpless without a smartphone now, or without the internet. I feel like I'm just disconnected from the world. Whereas when I do have those things, granted, I know that technology and smartphone addiction do exist, but you know, when I do have those things, I feel superhuman in the way that I am able to get information, solve problems, and just interact with the world in such a more productive way and more efficient way. So again, it takes a really nuanced approach. It's a long read, but for anybody who's interested in AI or technology in general, I highly, highly recommend it. I actually read it a little while ago and have been rereading it this past week. Just something for me to, you know, revisit every once in a while. And I always feel like there's like certain points from there that like I look at differently with the announcement of different, you know, technologies and things that are coming out. So I like to dive in there. Well, this is only my second time, but I do like to dive into articles or revisit them every once in a while. And so this is definitely one of them. I know that I'm probably going to read again at some point in the future when Google announces that it will make calls for you, which it's already kind of doing in a sense. Or when you call into one of those call centers and you can't tell whether it's a person or not, like that's kind of crazy. So really, really cool stuff that's happening. And again, this article is actually a little bit older, but it tackles more of like the basic ideas behind AI and the implications for what that would be long-term, rather than kind of like the nitty-gritty details. So when you read it, just understand that there have already been some advancements over the last couple of years. And yeah, I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. So that is your Monday beat drop. Those are 3 things. Check them out in the description below. I keep forgetting what it's called. The description below. And I will catch you guys all next week. Oh, by the way, don't forget, let me know in the comments, what are your 3 things? What are you guys into right now? I would love to kind of check out just what's cool, what's hot, what's not kind of in my orbit right now. I would love to dive into other worlds because that's just me. I just love like reading about things and getting into them and all that kind of stuff. So if you're into it, let me know. Shoot me a message in the comments below. That's weird. You don't shoot messages. Just leave a comment below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have an awesome, awesome week, and I will catch you later.